Do you want to see it?
Wait, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the coldest ever.
I was walking along Shite Street and,
Oh.
and Torval and Dean just zipped past.
It's minus, when I went out to the car, -10.
Just put on weight.
When I got down here, -8.
Do you want to see
-8.
Do you want to see it?
I want to see what you collected. Fuck. Look at that. For
Look
our
at that.
listeners, which this is fantastic for, you have a 3-foot icicle.
Icicle. Well, do you know where this icicle came from?
Where?
At my age, I often need to stop for a little pish.
Uh-huh. Oh.
That came out.
There's
that came out of me.
there's a beautiful structure inside
Isn't
it
there?
as well.
Thanks for that. Do you like that?
It's
Do you
wonderful.
want to touch my icicle?
Yeah, now get out of my fucking
Do you
studio.
wanna touch? I'm going to throw it out the window.
No, don't throw it out the window. Jesus Christ.
Hold on.
Don't.
I'll put it in your hole.
No, don't. Don't. There's stuff that... I'll get the blame. I can't put this on... I can't use this in the podcast if you do that. No, don't. Wait, where is it? Where'd you put it? Where is it? Did you put it out the window?
No. I
Okay.
placed it out the window.
Dude, I can't put this on the podcast.
No,
if you've done it.
I laid it on your on the windowsill.
I'll have to take all that out.
No,
Because if
you-
that damages
no, it's-
anything.
It's not. It's placed on the windowsill and it'll melt in the sun.
Okay.
God, you're anxious today. You're telling me you
Anxious?
can't eat seabirds and then
No,
you're
you
alright?
can't eat seabirds.
Can't.
And Then you were licking the bloody...
Yeah, I've told you, eat the flesh of birds. They're shites. No matter make much difference.
but the water flows
it's all
off
nature.
the roof.
It's all
makes-
all nature.
You can't eat bird shit.
You-
Ladies
look,
and gentlemen,
that's what
this-
foie gras is.
is the bird shit.
Yeah, but it's bird shit.
This is the coldest ever.
I love the cold. I don't mind it.
This is
Don't
the
mind that.
coldest ever.
Dundee saved money on salt, so nothing's been salted.
Nothing. My
So, folks,
face is cold.
I saw an old lady shattered like the Terminator. She just hit the
I
ground,
can believe that. Yeah.
shattered into pieces.
They'll get her back in the...
Well, but
Spring.
no, it turned into other small people. just
Honestly,
replicate.
man, it was so cold.
Cold in your bed last night.
35 minutes to get the car
Hmm.
unstuck.
Well, there's cars you can see that look like they're just dipped.
Yeah, that's...
Dipped.
If they've left it, you've
Have
got
you
to
seen
go out and clear
footage
them.
when, like, there's cars and there's near water and they get waves gone to them and just
Yeah.
entomb
And they're
them?
just... Well, the last big freeze we had was
Uh-huh.
2010.
That was a spell ago.
And I left my car up at my girlfriend's,
Oh.
and they came along and cleared the street and piled the snow
Were
up.
you too bandy-legged to drive home after the session?
I don't do things like
Well, that's
that.
okay. That's
So the snow was piled up against my car and in
Oh.
between the cars.
hmm
Went out in the morning solid.
Oh,
A week
a week.
it sat there, and my battery was dead. And
Well, I was clearing a bit. A few years ago, I was clearing a bit for the snow for the car, and this dirty cunt parked in the spot I'd shield.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Fuck you, you fucker!" So I just buried him. I just buried it. I just took a pile of stone, just completely
Oh my
covered him in it.
My God.
What a cunt!
Well,
Imagine fucking benefiting off another man's labour. It's dirty.
That's-
It's like capitalism.
that's
Isn't it?
got having a job.
Nobody benefits from my work.
No, they don't.
Nobody.
they don't.
I make a
Certainly don't.
point.
So
I've got a tickly nose.
my face was cold. It was.
Well, you're
it-
barely in. It's just skin.
Oh my God! It's just skin.
That could just come off, just slide off.
My bones were probably cold and making the skin cold from the inside.
I watched.
Tortured this morning.
I watched Captain America: Winter Soldier, and there's a bit where
Yeah.
Jenny Agutter becomes the beautiful cow
Mhm.
faced.
Mm-hmm.
That's like your face. You can just go
Just pull it off. Right.
like
So-
Westworld.
Before we begin, it's
The
coming up to
rustier.
Christmas.
Uh-huh.
It's coming
Oh,
up to
is
Christmas.
it?
It's coming up to Christmas. I said to we were in Tesco's the other night, and I made my girlfriend laugh
don't go to
because I
Tesco.
didn't mean it. No, I had to go for
Mm.
my cat's food. That's the one he likes, but I don't. You know, it's good for his stomach. I don't buy my food there now. Fuck that shit. It's
Raw liver.
expensive.
Mm.
So, well, he's on a special diet. So, anyway. So anyway, I said, what's with all this early Christmas shit? I've been hearing it all week. I said that last night. I didn't realise we're right into December.
Oh, we're at the pair of
I'm
year.
kind of in a blur
Yeah.
at the moment.
Pure
I
FM.
didn't realise.
Is it
Yeah.
Pure FM? Dundee's
Pure-
local radio
Oh
station.
my god! Oh my
For
god!
the last
yeah.
month, they're just all they're playing is Christmas music. Robin Galloway. It's not snow in his lapels.
No, it's not snow.
Hey Robin, are you listening, you fucking coke-addled maniac?
So, allegedly, we heard that online
No, I know,
somewhere.
I know
Allegedly.
How else would you
Allegedly.
explain his fucking input? He's
We're legally on thin ice this morning.
no, we're
Thin ice. So let's just keep allegedly and let's. My God. So anyway, Christmas. And I thought, I'm going to start Christmas now.
Oh Jesus!
This is a little gift for you.
Oh no!
Now, we don't do gifts, but I thought,
What a wonderful box!
look at that. So it's in a box.
I now know your address.
Yeah, you know my address. It's a box, a nice cardboard box. Don't show it towards the camera, the address,
no,
because
no.
they'll read it.
Okay.
And there's something in there that I had to wait several weeks on, and I thought you deserved. Look at this.
It's got a bit of heft.
A bit of weight. Look at that.
Oh my!
Could you describe the greatest gift you've ever been given?
Goron #1 podcast. Very nice.
Yeah,
And
it's only letters I could afford, so I had to squeeze it into something. I wanted to say more, but
excuse me, it's just COVID. Is this a Chinese article?
no.
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 I thought this looks like it's been translated badly.
No,
but
that's
this
me.
is your.
Well, I know what I wanted to say, and it was like a
Hold on.
poem. Could you explain to the listeners what you've just received?
It has a look of a young Steven Seagal, but he could
It's
never
a karate trophy.
He could never get his leg that high. It's a karate trophy with Goron #1 podcast. Very nice.
Yeah. Now the thing is, I did have a little poem, but they were charging by the letter.
Oh, don't be silly.
So I went, oh,
Is that?
Yeah,
No, I think that is marble.
that's marble. I got a good one.
It's already got a chip in it. That's
Well,
okay.
It's okay. I got
This.
that's
plastic.
Plastic.
Oh, there's a metal bit there.
There's metal. Okay. Stop biting everything. You shouldn't taste sort of. I don't know where it came
That's
from
lovely,
exactly.
isn't it?
So I got you a karate trophy.
I've never
With a
actually
woman.
done martial arts.
Have you ever had a trophy?
No, I did.
Your
I did.
first what?
I did. I was in the boys' league when I was like football. That's
All
not
right.
a Nazi organisation.
Okay.
Boys' league. Went along. I can't play football. Hate football. I don't know what. I don't know why I did it. My dad didn't pressurise me into it. I
You just
thought-
wanted to go.
I didn't really. I just stumbled
went.
into it.
Yeah,
Stumbled into the
understand.
organisation. But after a game, the manager got into the baths with us. We all had to have a bath.
Right.
He didn't try and fuck us or anything.
That's how you got your trophy.
No, but I didn't. But we got some kind of a taking part kind of trophy. But I just stood it. I couldn't. I honestly couldn't.
All
cared.
you need to do is watch, and you get a trophy.
But there was kids at my school, and they still think they're like football stars because they scored a goal when they were 10. They've dined off that.
This is the same thing when someone said,
That's
"Hey,
wonderful. Thank you.
you're
Thank
very
you
welcome.
much.
I have £2. I give £2 to Live Aid. That can lurk there. We'll get a space for it." And
I
I
love
just
that.
well, I
Nice.
kind of thought you'd take it home and put it on your mantelpiece above
No.
your TV.
No,
Oh well, okay.
no, this will never be in my house.
No, I
This
understand.
belongs here.
I understand.
Somewhere
I just-
nice. I
We'll
love
put
it.
it someplace nice.
Thanks very much.
And I just thought, for all your podcasting
How long did
work,
you wait for that?
you
to arrive?
deserve. I'm not joking. It was meant to take like 5 days or something. I've been waiting on it 6 weeks.
I'm fully supportive of the postman strike.
Yeah.
But my household was going because an expensive watch I sent.
Oh no.
I just thought it was lost in the mire, and I put it in for next day guaranteed delivery. That was on the 5th,
right.
and it dropped off the earth, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So I put in like a lost item thing, but I've just noticed it sprung up. I checked
Yeah.
the tracking number, and it's in Chichester. So it's
Well, I've got a very expensive sampler that's just evaporated. It's just
it'll
disappeared.
show up.
It'll show up.
What?
We've only had all year. Check
Ah.
this. During the strikes and everything, we've only had 3 packages go missing.
Right. Okay.
It was 2 to Australia
Yeah.
and I think 1 to Canada. Canada
Oh,
is the worst place to send to.
Fucking
Things
moose.
just disappear.
Too busy fucking moose.
Moose.
They're high on
Terrible.
maple syrup and moose sex. Kind of pheromones that come
Yeah.
off a moose.
It's weird. I can actually narrow down the worst places. Canada,
Right.
Australia.
Are you not speaking overall worst place?
New
You're just
Zealand.
speaking
No,
for-
no, for posting. New Zealand.
Is it bad?
No, New Zealand, you get it next day.
I've had
It's
stuff
amazing.
sent across for Egypt and
Yeah.
arrives just like
And
2 days.
Yeah, exactly. It's insane. If you send for something from
there's a
Pakistan,
shame
one
to
of our suppliers is
It
there.
needs a big cock, though.
No, we're not doing that.
I'll leave me to it.
Pakistan, 2 days.
Pakistan.
They'll
would be good.
send. But if you send to California, gets there by the end of the week. Chicago, New York's not great. Chicago, it's gone. If anything has to go to Chicago, I mean, they'll get it in 6 weeks. Or it just disappears.
The eBay, as you know, they've been trying to. Other companies have been trying to take advantage of the Royal Mail thing.
Yes.
Every and DPD.
Yeah.
So they offer you, don't just go with Every instead, Ken.
Mhm.
But I saw a fucking YouTube video
Mhm.
on Every driver, and all the stuff he had out in the street. He just
Yeah.
emptied his. So even though Royal Mail, even in this bad time, it's going to be a delay. It'll fucking get there.
Yeah.
Whereas I just do not trust some of these mad wee
it's
companies.
very rare now for things
Yeah.
to go missing. But the mistakes and errors that happen in private companies are far higher than it is in Royal Mail.
I
That's
feel
what I've found.
I feel that's my experience as well. My local guy that drops off a lot of DPD is a DPD.
Yeah.
I think his name is Jimmy, but he's good. Ken, he kind of knows the area pretty well. But other stuff. Remember what was the other one called? Hermes. Oh my, that wasn't
They
a
were-
delivery company.
It was.
That was a Russian roulette.
Well, the thing is, I came in one day
Eh,
and there's a £1,000 camera sitting on my
that's
step,
outrageous.
right? And it's meant to be signed for, and it's not like even the driver signed for it and faked it. Didn't
Yeah.
even.
The thing
It's
is,
like, oh,
why personally,
yeah,
I think that people delivering your mail should have a good, well-paid job and retain them
Yeah.
for a length of time.
yes.
And they know the area. A gig economy is not good.
It's not for
Some
that.
student
It's,
who's like, fuck this, I'm not finishing this shift. What?
yeah. It
Because I
happened-
know people that worked in Amazon, and I think, and they said the fucking warehouse was mad.
Yeah.
People were just fucking like coming in for the morning and flaking out 2 hours into their shift.
Oh,
They
Jesus.
said it was constantly happening. They said the management were just. He said 1 minute he was there for 2 weeks and he was offered a management position. Guy in this building.
That's
He says he was like, what? They're like, no, we really like the cut of your jib. Let's get you on the promotion track.
that. I don't know what to say to
Yeah,
that.
bonkers.
And there's a lot of responsibility with delivery as well. And it's seen as just you throw packages down, but no,
No.
there's a
No,
responsibility
because
there.
posties, like Stephen, we've spoken about Stephen a lot. He really goes out his way to be decent about stuff,
Yeah,
and he knows the area. If someone was to
that's
happen,
right. Yeah,
if he saw someone was up at your house, maybe he'd do, you know what I mean?
yeah. Posties
wa-
save lives.
he
They
wants-
do. You have
Like
to.
he does
yeah.
little stuff. Like I was thinking
to
through the door
recognise
one
that.
day, and he'd found an old photograph of a street.
Yeah,
He'd found somewhere, and he'd like, oh, that would be an interest to them, and posted it through my letterbox.
that's
Dead decent
yeah,
guy.
Yeah.
So he gets sweeties at Christmas.
Well, the postie we've got, what's his name? But he is so
Right,
nice.
he's a good lad,
and
yeah.
I think he's not long for retirement. And he's
Right,
got
okay.
a wee while. But he's trained everyone below him
yeah,
to deliver the post the way he does it to the house.
yeah. It's just
So
more,
he says, if they're not in and it's small, you put it in the cat house, and there's all
Yeah,
this sort of stuff.
there's
There's
more,
all
yeah.
rules to do it.
they just
it's-
the gig economy, man. It's just I don't rate it. I just
No, I don't.
like it.
I don't either.
I'm getting
I
sneeze.
don't either. Please don't.
It's okay. It's done.
I
enjoyed
oh
that.
God, that was like being at a gig when the music's too
When I
loud.
broke my ribs, that's what I missed the most. A
Sneezing.
good sneeze.
A yawn, coughing, breathing.
Yawning was fine. Hiccups. I got
Oh,
hiccups. I was like, oh Jesus
Thought you were
Christ.
going to die.
I thought I was going to have to kill myself. I see they've achieved a nuclear fusion.
Now, this.
And an American, funny enough, it's not the bloody Silicon Valley fuckers.
Yeah.
Not Elon Musk has come up with it.
Getting
It's-
booed on
it's-
stage.
It's a academic, I believe, in a university structure.
This could change
Pure science.
everything. Yes,
Yeah.
it's wonderful.
This is, unless the grubby companies don't get their hands on it all, but this is,
Well, this is what happened with nuclear power. It was so cheap to produce. They said they won't be able to charge you.
Yeah.
That didn't turn out right,
No.
did it?
no.
That didn't happen.
But fusion, won't have you're not left with
You're
any.
not left with anything.
It's going to be
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, just make a wee sun.
Small fusion reactors.
It's
This is when humans take a wee step forward. This is a big moment.
yeah, things like this.
A fucking tunnel full of taxis.
Well, it was like I was saying to you how 100 million years ago, the way the land masses
Yeah.
collided, they influenced the voting in 2020,
Jesus.
right? So you never know when something
You never
happens, because everyone says, when computers came in the home,
Yeah.
that was a big change. It
Yeah.
wasn't really,
No.
but since the smartphone appeared, that's been a big change because of the knock-on technology that's able to use
touch
that.
screen.
Yeah, other
Touch
things.
screens made it so idiot proof.
Yeah,
It's just incredible.
it's
I'm not to call my mum and dad idiots, but they use their smartphones and their tablets.
yeah.
Now they never took to the PC. They never took
No,
to
PC's complex.
They did it, but
It's
they just
messy.
didn't like it. They found it irritating.
It's a different. Now I saw a thing about that, and it's not because old people can't turn to these
No.
things, but that's not the way they learned to do something.
yeah,
So you're introducing a new way of learning,
yeah,
and that's why as we get older, we'll still be old curmudgeons, but we just don't need help with our PCs.
yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Then something else will come along.
Well,
And
someone's
we'll be
gonna
like,
come
"What
along.
the fuck is that? It makes no sense."
As soon as it's a chip that goes up Mars, I'm on board.
Oh, yeah, well, see Elon Musk's company of putting the chip in the brain. 1,500 animals have been killed, and they're being investigated for animal cruelty. I cannot speak because I'm so cold.
You know they're just doing
Electric
shit
whip.
science.
Yeah,
You know they're just
it's
doing
nonsense.
it for the hell of
yeah,
it. Was he booed? Was he? He'll have fucking hated that.
Dave Chappelle
Was he
brought
hated?
him on stage.
Was he hated?
and he was booed,
Did he hate it?
and
He'll get a he'll want a revenge for that.
everyone was awkward. And even Dave Chappelle made a huge mistake. He said he noticed the people were booing all in the cheaper seats, so he made it about money.
Oh, wealth jealousy.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, that's not a good joke. You've actually made the booing, and it got a bit louder." Yeah, that was not.
There's a thing in America where you've got to worship wealthy people because you think they're going to give you something. Largesse.
Yeah,
No, fuck that. Never. I on Twitter all the time. There's people that just go out of their way to defend Richard Branson. You never hear of that cunt now. But you know what I mean? It's just the
Yeah.
pop up, the royal family. They're like, but these sycophants. I hate them. I hate them. There's folk that defend Michelle Moan, old Mama Ramone.
why?
Oh, but look what she's achieved.
What's
Look
she
what she's
achieved? What's she achieved?
Nothing.
Holy shit!
Wonder Bra wasn't her. She can had a knockoff Wonder Bra.
Yeah, knock off Wonder Bra. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, she's a fucking
What?
fraud. She's selling all her assets in the UK. She
she's
won't be
bailing.
here much longer.
She's bailing. Yeah,
She should be in fucking shackles.
she was the one that wanted rid of tax credits
Yeah.
and everything.
She'd be in shackles. A piece of shit.
Fucking hell.
Her and Andrew Lloyd Webber, that cunt. He travelled in a private jet to vote against fucking something for benefits. To vote
Oh,
down
what a
bit.
piece of shit. Now, the thing is, everyone says Andrew Lloyd Webber, he was this master of the musical.
Terrible.
He owned the theatres that the musicals were shown in.
Did he?
Yes, he owns them all.
Does he?
So how do you get Starlight Express? Who
Oh.
do you go to and say, I've got an idea. I've got people dressed as fucking cats, right? I've got people
Cats.
dressed as trains and roller skates. You'd be laughed out the
Did
building.
he do the music or the lyrics? Was it Tim Rice?
Tim Rice and him, yeah.
I hate all that shit.
It's piss.
It's just all piss.
It's rubbish.
It's all just
Now, you may not be into theatre, you may not be into musical theatre, but I bet there's people out there who have an idea,
Yeah.
a concept that will turn it around, that would bring it to everyone, and you'd go, fuck,
Saying
that's
that,
amazing.
Cape Ross and his stepsister.
Oh, God.
They went to see a Lord of the Rings the musical and said it was the worst thing.
How could it be good?
No, but it was like 3 hours, the 3 films. They just like, it was 2 hours and it just crammed it all in. And it was, there was orcs coming down this cheek and amongst
Right.
the audience. And
Musicals can work.
what was the one you two did, Spider-Man? That the Spider-Man
yeah.
broke his arse or his back.
Yeah, he fell like 40 feet, like Jeanette Kranke,
Noel Edmonds.
shattered.
Noel Edmonds like just
So, musicals can work.
Aye.
I was watching Anna and the Apocalypse the other day. Didn't know what it was on Amazon. And it's just an apocalypse thing. School kids, what's going to happen?
Okay.
She starts singing, put it right off. Sound like stage school. Rubbish. But go and watch Happiness of the Katakuris, one of the greatest films ever made. Japanese, all shot on video.
Okay.
It's this family. It's, what's his name? Takashi Miike? Him. Absolutely incredible.
Okay.
I have to have watched it 50
I'm
times.
trying to think
And it's a musical.
Trying to think of a musical
It's
I like.
amazing. So it can happen. Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
Dirty Dancing's all the scenes
Mm-hmm.
and all the transitions are musical
yeah, they don't
parts.
start singing though.
They don't sing, but it's still a musical.
They don't
And
start-
if you watch any good Bollywood film,
Ah.
anything, RRR, watch the greatest film ever made, Doom 2.
Has RRR got
Really?
some singing in it? Of course it,
It does, yeah.
What does it? Does a tiger sing?
It doesn't sing, but
The
I'm sure it did.
there was a junior. I came back from work the other day, and a junior Eurovision was on.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, the British entry. Is,
Oh, no.
I thought, God, she's hard to like. And she was really precocious.
Oh. Yeah.
Anyway, she was terrible, but the singer was this little French bastard.
Oh no.
He was awful. He was awful. Get how this the host of the show, as a compliment, said he's a lot of Ollie Murs energy. Like that was a good thing.
What an
A
insult.
French Ollie Murs. Have you seen Ollie Murs lately?
I have not.
His wife's like a bodybuilder, so he's got himself all like gymmed.
I'm not going
He's
to.
a fucking idiot.
This is going to sound bad, but wife.
Oh, he's a straight
Oh right,
guy. Ollie
right,
Murs.
fair.
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
good for him. Good for
But
him.
he's always like he would sell you a pair of sports socks or something, or car insurance, Ollie Murs.
Strange
But
character.
that's him at Lied that heard he said he'd been caught up in a gun incident in Piccadilly Circus.
Oh,
or
that's
something.
right. Yeah.
He
it
said
was
there's
just-
been a gunshot and we're all seeking refuge
it-
in the subway.
It was just a wee bit of panic. It
Yeah.
was caused for no
yeah,
reason.
for no real
But
reason.
he said
he heard a
yeah,
gunshot. Yeah.
It was all involved. Right.
Fucking prat.
So this week,
Uh-huh.
subjects.
Oh, I saw a bit of this.
I asked
Uh-huh. Oh, no, you didn't.
our
You didn't.
folkers
You
to.
didn't.
You know what I read? I read to grow your show, get people involved, bring them in. What a fucking
I'm
mistake!
not bringing them in anywhere. That door's staying well
Okay.
locked.
Here's the subjects that were put in.
And I want the person that did
Oh,
each
I've got
time.
them all, look.
Okay.
Unchain the Unicorn.
A sensible chap. Good.
Ha-
We've had
hold
a
on,
good debate.
hold
mate.
on,
We've had a
hold
good
on.
debate.
His subject is glass.
Uh,
The fuck?
glass.
I can't see nowhere to go with it.
Was it the Romans invented glass, or was it the Greeks?
I have no idea.
I love glass.
Okay, this has got you going.
You know what I mean? It's nothing like a glass bottle iron brew. So much better than a
That
plastic
was
bottle.
apparently a technology step for humanity. Was glass.
Yeah.
That was a big step
Well, the
because it led on to loads of cultures growing in power
lenses.
and stuff like that.
lenses.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
oh shit! Okay,
I love.
take it back. It's a good subject.
Well, think about it. A plastic. Well, you get plastic pint pots because people glass each other in
Yeah.
the face, but it tastes horrible.
Does
But
it?
out of a pint glass, it's
Is
just
it
nice. There's little micro abrasions on glass, and it helps
It's
the
dirt.
bubbles. It helps the
It's
bubbles.
dirt.
Helps the bubbles.
It's not
Oh.
abrasions. It's dirt that it keeps in it. That's
Yeah,
what
love
it does. It.
Love
Yeah.
it. Love a bubble.
Okay,
Thanks,
Unchain
mate.
the-
Well, specs. I
Oh,
wouldn't be
fuck.
able. I wouldn't be able to see each
Oh
other.
no, plastic. Can't afford
Oh,
glass.
fuck you.
I'm sorted.
Okay.
So
That's
in-
he just said glass.
It just said glass. Just
Jesus
a statement.
Christ.
Unusual chap.
He does like to enjoy a wee. He likes a campfire and a wee doobie doob doob.
Apparently, that's an allegedly. I'm not gonna say
Allegedly, no, he'll be the first to.
Oh,
admit
right,
it.
okay. Retro Monkey 2 Plus,
Uh-huh.
lift farts.
I'll tell
You
you.
have an experience.
Right, so I'll tell this again. It's
Tell
worth
it
saying.
again. It's worth it. It's worth it.
I was working night shift in an old flat I lived in. I was on the top floor of my flat, so I had to get the lift down. Now, this is like 3 a.m. So I'm in the lift. Nobody's in the building. Everyone's sound asleep. Get in the lift. And I just go, an enormous, right, meaty
Yeah.
number. It is stinking.
Oh,
But I was
death.
quite chuffed to myself. Can your own farts?
Everyone likes to smell their
I know,
own
I'm like,
cooking.
oh,
Yeah.
that's hilarious. Unfortunately, it stops at the lift below, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, no.
A family get in who are away on holiday.
Yeah.
They're going through to Edinburgh Airport.
Oh.
So they all come in, and I can see them visibly blanching in the smell. And I have to say, I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? And I says, look, I'm really sorry, folks. That's what I said to him. I says, I didn't realise Em's getting the lift, and I have farted. I can only apologise.
Good for you.
I get spoiled their holiday.
I think it
That
was rude.
smell.
It'll be on them.
Oh,
They would arrive
if
in
you-
Tenerife
if
and
you
go,
if
"I
you
can
smell a
it."
fart, there's particles of shite up your nose. That's how you can smell
Not
it.
really.
Yeah, there is.
It's not really.
Big, tiny particles, but particles nonetheless.
It's not really. That's
This is
gas
particles
from
of
it.
shite.
Gas is not particles.
But it's no, there's shite floating in.
But there's really not.
There is.
Nowhere
No,
you do
just
get
shit.
shite floating.
Where about?
And you do get it. When you go and clean your hands in the toilet with the hand cleaner,
Oh,
that blows shite into you.
oh aye.
Now, when I first came here, it wasn't working,
Mhm.
right?
Okay.
So Rubber glove, because no one else was doing it.
Uh,
Got cleaner, cleaned the sensor,
oh.
covered in shite. So people have shit in their hands, and that's what it was.
about.
Yeah.
I don't like those dry things.
No, I don't
Can
like
the
them either.
Dyson one where you dip your hands in it? Well, James Dyson's a cunt. 'Cause
Yes.
He makes all these stuff
Yes.
abroad. I actually had a Dyson Hoover. I smashed it.
Well, he was
Smashed
the
it.
one that said, "We want Brexit. We need
Yeah.
Brexit." As soon as Brexit happened,
He
out of
left.
the country.
He made a big tax break and then fucked off.
Mhm.
Horror. How difficult's a fucking Hoover?
So there's lift farts.
Lift farts.
Okay.
That's my experience. I was once in the back of a van. He left to work now, and the guy did a shit and a fart, and I've never smelled anything like it. I once smelled a dead sheep that was rotted in an old ditch,
Yeah,
and he farted.
it was like that.
It was something must have been wrong with him.
Yeah, you
You
usually
can't
tell.
smell a fart of death.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's like that. I mean, nurses will tell you all the different smells. They know what's going on with people. And they know someone's on the mend, or they know, oh, this is bad. You can tell just from farts.
Well,
Now,
dogs can smell like in your breath. They can smell dementia.
oh, they smell lots
It's
of things.
incredible.
Yeah, it's
Cancer and all kinds
crazy.
of- Imagine what a human fart smells like. That dog.
But if you
Because when I
ask,
fart, my cat licks his lips.
dude, stop speaking. See, sometimes you just, people are watching. We're getting more people all the time, so that makes that worse all the time.
Worse all the time. People
Oh,
ask
God.
anybody that's cat licks their lips after they do a wee fart. Saying that every time I fart, I give them a biscuit.
This, what are you training them for? Okay, Lord Chris McShadowins.
Oh, gee, I knew this was coming.
Of course it was. Listen to this, lazy podcasters and lazy listeners. Now, I think you put lazy podcasters and then put lazy listeners as a caveat, a way out. Do you know what I mean? A wee fireman's pole to get out of there.
I have a theory.
What?
I know you pretend to do a bit of work, but
Okay.
the theory is
Takes
the
me
less
hours.
you do, the better a podcast is. You know, if you listen to a podcast that's overly engineered and there's sound effects
Yeah.
and there's the actors in, they do the whole thing, and it becomes it says it's a experimental audio experience.
Oh,
it's just shite.
I was
Too
watching
fucking tedious. Fucking
Andrew
shit.
Schultz.
Oh,
His Flagrant. Well, he's went from having this setup essentially to now he's got the wireless mics, a proper studio. He's wanting to be TV, and it's taken the heart out of it.
Right, okay.
There should be a bit of simpleness about a podcast.
He seems to me to be a very ambitious man.
Very ambitious.
He's on it all the time.
Yeah, very ambitious. But like
he wants
this,
to be the new Joe Rogan.
you don't get better equipment than what we're using right now.
It's just a voice, man.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
Then once you've got to really good equipment, which we worked up to this, halt it.
Yeah.
The only thing I think
You
that
don't
we
want
would
to be TV.
you see, the only thing we could do maybe better is the camera's a few years old now,
Okay.
and it would be a slightly better
Did
camera.
you see more pores on this?
But yeah, it would only to be doing the same thing.
Well, no,
you can't.
They don't want us to look better. This is
You
as
can't
good.
overdo it. This is as good as we
That's
get.
a lot of Vaseline on that lens.
And it
we
was
still
pointed
look-
And we did notice that the live broadcast was a little overexposed because the camera was in Elgato and it keeps the settings in it.
God, did somebody point that out?
Right.
Who pointed that
I can't remember, a lot of people. But it's set up for someone else's house.
out?
So we just sort of left it so it wouldn't have to go back and forward. So
Okay. Okay.
it's not bad. But anyway.
No, I don't think we're lazy. I just think it's a certain.
Oh, God, I read.
I like it.
The worst thing you could do on a podcast, listen to this, the worst thing you can do is just go on and talk about a different subject every time. You've got to have a goal and you've got to have a purpose and you stick to it. And as soon as I
Who
heard,
said that?
this was an article, and as soon as I read that, and it seems to be passed around, that's the general belief, they're wrong. As soon as there's a rule to doing something, they've got it wrong. They've give you,
But yeah.
here's the way to do it.
We would never have managed 300 plus episodes if
On
we
a
had
subject. There's no way.
What?
It's ridiculous.
Like corduroy.
Well, maybe that's quite interesting. A retro box room.
Okay.
The different colours of... that fucker. He said this, so I would just say this word. The different colours of burglar alarms. Dickhead.
Oh, that's appalling.
That's a low fucking blow.
Yeah, the burglar
retro.
alarm companies are just done. Because you can just set up your own thing.
Do
with
your own
Alexa.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, you don't need them. Why you'd have somebody putting a thing inside your house that doesn't work anyway?
That's true. Have you seen all the ones, it was in my girlfriend's street, they put all that fascia up on the
Oh,
building.
and they've buried them.
But they buried them. You
Yeah.
can't get in, all the wires,
No,
everything's sealed. It's
no,
funny as
awful.
anything.
Just
Right.
awful.
Can't even open them to repair them.
No.
Now, Retro Box Room, watching you, buddy. Nige of Bromsgrove.
Nigel Bromsgrove, who's this guy?
I don't know. There's weirdos. I mean, lovely listeners about.
Okay.
The excitement of receiving the Christmas issues of the Radio Times, TV Times, and using a ballpoint pen to circle all the movies you wanted to watch and or record. One of December traditions I miss the most.
You
know what?
I've never once done that.
Oh, I used to love it.
No, we never had that in my house.
Oh, I used to love it.
No.
Well, we didn't get the TV Times or Radio Times. No. It was the Courier, and the Courier had a special in the middle where it was Christmas TV.
We didn't have pens in the house. We're discouraged having.
Oh, I didn't write.
Because if I had a pen, I would have been writing poetry.
Oh, fuck. They had to do everything
Mum
they
and
could.
Dad
They should have sent you to karate.
Mum and Dad just kept taking the ballpoint pens, snapping them. Do you know that the ballpoint pens, who's the biggest producer of ballpoint pens?
I would say Russia.
China.
Okay, that was
But
close.
they can't make the little ballpoint section until very recently.
Okay.
So Germans were making them and then shipping millions of these little ballpoints to the Chinese, who were then assembling the pens.
It's like all your candles and light bulbs came from Russia.
Yes.
Everything.
Yeah.
If you had a candle, it came from Russia.
Ukraine, but Ukraine was
mad.
producing,
Mad.
There's
You think,
yeah.
no, there must be a factory here making bulbs or something.
No, it's weird.
Technology.
No, it's
Isn't that strange?
There is a weird.
It's a global economy.
a
and we'll
freakonomics
have to-
kind of stuff.
We'll have to stop acting like it's not.
Oh, I
Because
know.
this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right, okay, let's go on the next one. Yeah, but that was... No, I remember being very excited to see the Christmas movie. I was.
I can't. I was all about food at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It was food for me. I just love stuff in my fat face.
I don't.
We always
I had my pizza and I was fine.
Oh, for fuck's sake. We always watched a fucking Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
That got watched every fucking year.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful film. Do you think they try to remake it? I suppose we Return to Oz, which is we should do Return to Oz
Yeah.
as a film.
Celluloids.
Celluloids. That's
We got told we got to do Hawk the Slayer.
Hawk the Slayer.
That's a good one.
Yes,
That's a good one.
Yeah,
But no, I loved the Christmas thing.
yeah.
What is your favourite Christmas film? Mine's is easy. It's Christmas Vacation.
I
love it.
I like Gremlins.
Terrible film.
No, I like Gremlins.
And that was only recent. I loved Gremlins
love
all my life.
I suppose Gremlins or Die Hard, I would consider
Die
that
Hard's
Christmas.
Die Hard's a wonderful Christmas film.
You can always
Trading
watch.
Places is a good one as well.
So I got the tits in it.
That's got the tits in it.
The tits.
But the tits. But Christmas Vacation's amazing.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, there's a squirrel in it.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
It's a wonderful film.
Chevy Chase is a piece of shit.
He's a
The
cunt.
face really unpleasant, man.
A really
yeah.
terrible person.
Really unpleasant.
Been like that all his
I
life.
like his Fletch films. I like Caddyshack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fletch was
I
good.
never. No, that's not something
Fletch
we ever
2
did.
wasn't great.
We just kind of had it on and just let the TV just cycle through. Nah.
Christmas.
But remember when we were kids, there's only 3 channels.
You're right. But
yeah,
that was the big deal about
Remember,
it.
there was no daytime TV because you were supposed to be at your fucking work. And then TV would go off at late at night with the national anthem.
That's right.
But we must seem
remember
like if I say that to a young person, they're like, "What are you
You're genuinely
like? What?
That's what I'm meaning
What
about.
are you?
Yeah, that's a different world.
It's like Victorian
yeah,
times to
that's
them.
a completely different world.
Yeah, daytime TV was encouraging laziness, so that
Have
was
you
all.
noticed though? It's very.
I watched
easy
the first
to forget.
ever episode, EastEnders.
Did you?
They found a body.
I've never seen it yet. Is it good? I've never seen it.
They should say
seen,
they're stopping it and then start it
I've
again.
never seen Crossroads, Coronation Street. I've never seen EastEnders.
No,
I've never
I
seen
don't,
Hollyoaks.
I don't watch. So, oh God, Hollyoaks started when I was a student going to Glasgow.
It's a long
the
time
buses-
ago.
All the people that were on that, the first cast, are all middle-aged old people now.
Yeah.
One lassie rocked up in a tenner lady advert the other
That could
day.
happen. That's the age. That's what happens.
Yeah,
That's all.
proper.
But yeah, I've never seen any
No.
of them. And there used
My
to be
granny-
an EastEnders Christmas special,
My
wasn't
granny
there?
was a massive. Well, yeah, she's a big. I'm getting sneeze again. She's a big fan of Emmerdale Farm. She was a big fan of Emmerdale Farm.
Yeah.
Now it's just called Emmerdale.
All
But the
right.
thing, do you remember a thing called The Sullivans?
Yes.
Yeah, it was
used
a
to be on
wartime
at
Australian thing.
lunchtime.
Yeah, my gran, we had that on.
Yeah, yeah.
Summer holidays and staying at my gran and
That's
gran's.
right. I remember
Sullivans,
that.
yeah.
But I didn't really get into them. And that was the weird thing. I didn't really understand the story aspect to it.
Remember when
I liked watching One and Done.
Remember the Flying Doctors was a big thing?
That was huge.
I've never watched that, but that was big.
I remember them
When
all existing.
Saturday night TV was a behemoth. I didn't know like it, but Blind Date was on.
Never
Flying Doctors, Gladiators. You watched?
I saw
Gladiators?
that. I watched Gladiators.
Of course you did.
Well, there was a guy.
Of course you did.
Right across from my house.
Of course you did.
Golden Crown.
Mm-hmm.
Alex used to work in there. Yeah, his mum had it, and then it went to him.
He took part.
He was the favourite to win the whole series.
What happened?
He was fit as fuck. He was a great guy. Really liked Alex and his wife. And he went into the rings where they have to go across out in the first thing. And all the rehearsals and everything, nobody could get near him. They couldn't get near him. He was so fucking good. He was like a proper athlete. And he absolutely got trounced in the very first thing he did. And he was out.
Oh.
It was so
He'll
bad.
never have recovered from that.
I always wondered if he still thinks about it.
Of course.
And he sees Wolf in his late 90s now in New Zealand.
He fled to Australia because he was selling roids.
Oh, God, okay.
He got caught up in a drug thing.
They all were, really. They've all had heart attacks.
Eunice Huthard.
Yeah,
Warrior got the jail. He was the heavy for some drug gang. But the police just put a dog on him and he shot himself.
Oh, Jesus.
And he's massive.
Eunice Huthard. She won it.
Uh-huh.
And she got
became
a Suzuki, a wee sort of Jeep. I don't think she could drive.
No.
But
she became a gladiator.
Well, yeah, she became a stunt woman.
Uh-huh.
And she is Angelina Jolie's main body double.
Not now. Not now.
Probably not now. But she's like godmother to all her children and everything. Like best mates.
Eunice Huthard. You'd have to have your legs, something done with your legs, because she's like twiglets.
Well, watch in. There's a scene in the first. What do you call it? No,
Tomb Raider.
There's this big swinging pendulum, and she runs and jumps on it. And watch Eunice's legs bend the wrong way when she hits it. Looks fucking agony. They're terrible
films.
See, that's the problem, though, and I'll say it before and I'll say it again. When people say, "Oh, Lara Croft, that's the male fantasy," oh no. When you're playing these games, you are that character. You're exploring.
Yeah.
So when you go and see the film and it's some big-titted girl or something, you don't care. You don't care.
Well,
they're rubbish. When you go into a new area and it's really cool and you found it, you're doing it.
Okay.
You're experiencing it.
Yeah.
It's not you're looking at a character with big tits. It's never been that.
No, I keep telling yourself.
No, it's not, because here's the thing, right?
Uh-huh.
The first one with the big tits, it was just triangles. But proportionally, they weren't big.
The focal wank,
people just remember
focal
that.
Wank to anything.
I saw
focal
a picture.
Knock one off to bloody cartoons, Scooby-Doo and Daphne.
And this kid
Not Daphne.
said he couldn't concentrate because of sexy DNA at school. And what the fuck are you on about? So he took a picture and it was the DNA twisted, but it looked like a female figure.
Oh.
That's exactly what boys are designed to see.
Oh, they'll just knock off anything. I'm just joking.
Absolutely. So that's
oh
what it's
my
like.
God.
So that's it. Okay, on to the next one.
Okay.
They're no help.
No, I never did magazines. We didn't buy them.
Cunning linguist.
Oh.
Favourite post-coital grub.
Pot noodle.
Oh, a
So
charmer.
what you do is put the boiling water into the pot noodle, pull the lid back down and leave it. And by the time
you have to wait 1 minute. That's right.
Perfect.
A timer, if you will. A sexy egg timer.
It's lovely. And then you come back for your business. You give it a stir, ready to go.
Well, I don't have sex with anyone else.
I like it.
Just after a wank,
mushroom,
I like a Mars bar.
Chicken and mushroom.
Get my energy back.
I'm not a fan of a Mars bar.
I don't like
I
them
like
either.
a small, if you get a miniature hero Mars bar, the little ones. But like a Mars bar, the big, no, too much.
Do you know what
My dad used to like to cut a Mars bar into little bits.
Yes.
And that's how he enjoyed it.
That was what my dad did.
Yeah, it's nice.
He used to cut it into little bits, tasted better.
Yeah,
less
just a
is
little
more.
bit. Less is more. Yeah.
So, other night,
Uh-huh.
girlfriend comes up.
Right.
Something for you.
Oh.
She was sorting out presents for Christmas
Mm-hmm.
and took out all the little mini bounties, and I got them all because nobody likes them.
Disgusting.
I ate them all.
Awful.
I ate
But
them all.
It tastes like
It was-
soap.
it
Not that
was
horrible.
Great.
Your shite will have been like awful. Just like
It's
powder.
pebble dashed.
Just-
It's white. But
Just like
I loved it.
like Adam Savage's floor. Studio floor. Just.
Oh, wait a minute. Lord Chris McShadowins is
Oh,
back.
2. What a fucking.
No, it's not 2. There's a load here.
Oh.
last minute Christmas. Oh my God! Last minute Christmas gifts you can get for under a tenner at your local gas petrol station. You put / petrol station.
No,
that's,
but
that's correct.
the Jet garage in the town shut.
Oh, everyone's shut.
No, it's no garages.
There's no garages now. We've got like
I can honestly
4
say I've never
garages.
done that. I've not done any physical shopping. I've just bought everything online.
Yeah, I've not done it for years.
It's chronic, isn't it? But yeah, I'm no.
And I'm so bad at giving presents. I just give cash. I'm so bad. I just don't. Well, you get a good present. You get a good one. I put thought into that.
You did.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Because I thought there's no way you've had a trophy in your life. So I thought, I've got a feeling you haven't.
I won. No, hold on. I won the 1993 gluttony competition.
That I can believe.
Glasgow Union, the Queen Margaret Union. Sorry, and then I won a thing, like a race,
All right.
a charity thing. When we built a thing, raft, won that.
You won it.
Raft, yeah, with a raft made.
Everyone else lost.
No, we won it. We were
Okay.
good. We were determined.
Oh, God almighty. So, but the problem is here, when you go into a garage to buy something, in America, when you go in, they've got knives.
Oh,
They've got cool
they've not
stuff.
got much.
Here, we don't have anything.
Japanese like garages have got like sushi and like hot pot.
We've
and
got
just-
nothing here.
and it's so overpriced. Like a thing of a Haribo in a
Mhm.
shop, 99p. Garage 225.
Oh, of course it
It's
is.
so expensive.
It's so expensive.
So expensive.
You might be able to buy a torch, but not a torch that you could just go in and get it and
No.
put it on. You've got to spend so much petrol,
Nah.
then go in and get
No.
it discounted for more than it's
Well, I
actually
don't
worth.
drive, so I don't really. I
Awful.
don't frequent garages.
You don't get.
I just don't frequent them.
There's a couple of things I hate doing in life,
Uh-huh.
and I don't do anymore. One of them, go to the cash
Wash.
machine.
Or go to the cash machine. Okay.
I don't know why. You put money, get your money out.
You don't like
It's a waste of life.
that? Okay.
I don't like this.
You consider eating a bit problematic.
That's a waste of life.
Okay.
So that and then go and filling up petrol. It's so convenient.
I don't
it's
like
so
the
quick.
smell of petrol.
Now,
Don't like it.
guys say that, don't like it.
No.
Go and if there's a girl there, they go, "Oh, it smells like summer. Oh, I love the smell of petrol." If there's spray cans of paint, girls will go, "Oh, I love that."
Mm.
Mental.
Oh well.
That's why you just need like an aftershave of WD-40.
You get that?
and it
a-
smells your WD-40.
Yes, it's available.
Jesus Christ.
So
that'll be
it's available.
That'll get them flowing.
I'll no, I like the smell of WD-40. That's a nice smell.
Yeah, but you don't want it as an aftershave.
No, you don't. I like.
That's a manipulation.
I just like Old Spice. That's what I like. Old Spice, traditional.
I've got.
It's a
stuff
wife
out
beater's
the-
choice.
Yes.
Old Spice.
If you're going to smack them, you go, hold on a second.
or a bit of
fucking-
brute. Bit of brute.
Bitch, fucking. That used to be the advert.
Yeah.
You'd splash all over and punch your wife.
Henry,
That's right.
Tommy Cooper.
remember
Not
that.
Tommy.
Henry Cooper.
Henry Cooper.
That was in the 70s where punching your wife was seen as romantic.
Oh no, it's a first date stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
First date stuff. Oh God, she's got a good left hook. He's a keeper. He'll be good for bringing the
Dream jobs
Uh-huh.
that you never got or did.
Oh.
I was going to be a policeman.
Oh Jesus Christ.
I was. That
That's-
was all.
That's all. I would have been truly awful. Your life would have taken a very different path.
I wasn't.
I would have liked
I
to
didn't
be
enjoy it,
a-
so.
like a competitive eater,
Yeah.
or like working in Heinz factory, just tasting stuff.
A competitive eater is not a job.
No, it's
What?
a competitive eater. They
You make
a-
money doing that.
a lot of money. Randy Santel.
How can you fake it though? There's
No,
always
you
cheating.
You have to learn.
So how
no,
do you
no,
do
they're
it?
under camera. No.
Oh.
No. You've got to.
Not like those guys stuffing the fish.
No, you've got to eat it.
Mm.
Randy Santel.
I saw that
Look him up. Still
everyone,
looking well on it, but
I bet everyone was complaining about those guys, that were cheating with the fishing competition,
Oh,
putting
aye.
the weights in and other fish inside it.
Oh.
And people were saying, "Why are they bothered? There's things going wrong in the world.
people love to win stuff.
$300,000 they've made."
Okay.
Now, if someone stole 300 grand from somewhere here,
Well, it's
you go to
like-
jail
But
forever.
it's like when you're being scrutinised to fucking sport.
Why?
The cycling stuff, they cheat. And there's cameras everywhere watching them, and there's drug testing. They'll find a fucking way.
They'll find a way.
If they say if that Bradley Wiggins,
Yeah.
who's as crooked as fuck, I don't care. He can sue
Allegedly.
me. No, he's iffy as fuck. I don't care.
Allegedly.
They all cheat. If they'd said to him, look, you get win the Tour de France, but you'll lose both legs when you turn 60, they would do it.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
They would do
But
it.
here's the problem, right? In war, technology just flourishes,
It certainly does.
right? It just happens.
The drone stuff in Ukraine.
Everything, right?
Yeah.
Now they've realised because of this kind of war in Ukraine, war's changed.
Oh, yeah.
Again, it's changed again.
Yeah.
And technology's changed. The
Well,
whole
saying
thing.
that, they're in the bunkers and they're in the
The trenches and that. But
it's back.
there is a change that, for example, you can have the best military in the world, but all you need is shoulder-launched weapons and you're fucked.
But that's been the
This
case
is-
for a long time.
But they're actually seeing how
Yeah,
it's developing
yeah.
now and stuff like
Well,
that.
the British Army and Americans in Afghanistan get IEDs.
Yeah.
Simple technology, devastating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, war changes constantly and technology changes because of it out of necessity,
Yeah.
right? But if you are in sports at high level,
Yeah.
it's war.
Yeah.
And the technology that's come out of the Tour de France cheating
Yeah.
is now what we're using in electric bikes, which is
yeah.
the fastest
Yeah, yeah.
selling transport
Yeah,
in the world.
Yeah.
So,
Are you suggesting the kind of the means?
Yeah. oh well,
Justifies the means.
that's a difficult one, isn't it?
Mm.
Because in some areas you could go cheating and stuff like that can
But I've always been a
be
believer.
accepted if the ultimate.
But I've always been a believer in
It's
sport.
weird.
You should have clean sport and dirty sport. So
Mhm.
you have the official, the runner who's a clean athlete, and then you have the runner who's fucking roided out off his tits.
Formula One, every year
Yeah,
they're doing stuff to slow the cars down,
yeah, they shouldn't.
and the manufacturers then go around those rules and get faster and faster.
Yeah,
If they were left from the 70s, now
Jesus, what would we do?
they had those 6-wheel cars with 2 engines, and one was a fan that would suck it to the ground. And
Oh,
they were incredible technology,
yeah.
and all the things you've got in your car now are all from Formula One,
Yeah.
and it's from these teams.
all the safety,
getting
all
round
the
the
safety,
rules.
airbags and everything.
Yep.
Seat belts.
No, that was Volvo.
Was it?
They came up with it and they just put it on the market with no
People
patent on it.
People thought that seat belts would. Genuinely, people thought in the 60s the best way to survive a car crash was to get flung out of the car.
That's right.
So they thought seat belts get.
Seatbelt will kill you. It's there's a bit of footage, and it was I just saw it recently, and it's when seatbelt law came in, and they're asking people saying, "Well, I'm wearing it because I have to," but it's been proven that there's just as many accidents. Yes, there's just as many accidents, but you don't die.
Survive. You don't, people crashes are far more survivable now. There's not as many.
There's the next problem.
Because people are travelling at speed and
But then driving's worse
yeah.
because it was.
You
I
think
saw
you're
this
safer.
designer.
Yeah.
He says you're surrounded by airbags.
Right, okay.
You've got a steering column that collapses away from you, pedals that collapse away from you. You're in a survival cage,
Oh, okay.
right? Everything's really designed around you surviving.
Mm-hmm.
He says, now, think how you'll drive like that. A lot safer? No. Because
Oh.
imagine this, you have your steering wheel
Oh.
and a steel spike's welded to it and it's almost touching your throat. Now go out driving
You'd
and
be
see how you
cautious.
drive.
You'd be cautious.
You'd be cautious.
So cars should be made
Exactly.
out of crepe paper.
They should have a spike.
Spike.
If you drive badly, it fires into your eyes. But yeah, so the car designers have this dilemma
Yeah.
of making the car safer and safer, but it makes driving worse and worse.
You've not seen that advert for his Audi? It's a good afternoon, Mr. Claus. And he gets into this concept car.
Right.
And the steering wheel goes, oh, and disappears. And then it just drives him off to Lapland. And it comes up in a big disclaimer, this car is not available. It's
Yeah.
never going to be available. Blah, 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 blah. What the advertising?
Well, the advertising. Well, I've
Just
seen a
fuck
car.
all dreams.
All electric cars
Uh-huh.
are a catch up at the moment to
Right.
change the technology.
Right.
And it's big, heavy cars and blah, blah, blah. Citroen have just brought out a car. It's called a concept at the moment. But
Little thing.
I think it's a car that's going to change every car in the
What's
world.
it? Why? Is it little?
It's not little. It's actually really big.
Uh-huh.
It's extremely lightweight.
Okay.
Part made of cardboard,
Ah.
right? Now,
It's not going to be survivable. in a
oh,
crash.
no. The cardboard's covered in this material. You can
Oh.
stand on it. You can...
Okay.
Ford use it for their flatbeds in the back of their
Okay,
trucks because
okay.
it's so tough.
Right, okay.
It's the Citroen Ollie.
That's a stupid name.
They reckon, I think it's OLI, it stands for something, but they reckon they're going to make it a generational car. So everything on it could be taken out. The motor can be dropped out,
Oh.
a new one put in.
Okay.
The batteries dropped out, new ones put in, and it will grow
Wow.
with technology.
Yeah.
The tyres on them have a lifespan of 300,000 miles.
Jesus.
It's got a flat windscreen to save on money because they were saying, and it's limited to 68 miles an hour. So when you're driving along,
City
you
limit,
think,
yeah.
but you're going to have bad aerodynamics. There's an eddy of air gathers in front of it, and the air flows over it just the same as a windscreen.
Oh.
And it's like everything. It looks like it's from a game.
Right, okay.
And they said, we don't need these big screens because nobody uses them. They use
Yeah.
their phones. We can't compete with that. And the seats are printed.
Oh.
And everything can
Yeah,
be changed
okay.
out. So check this. You go, well, what's good about that?
Uh-huh.
You buy a car,
Uh-huh.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a few years later, you buy another car. Or
Oh,
you
lose a
constantly
fortune on it,
upgrade
lose
and
a
develop
fortune.
your own car.
Yeah.
And you don't go your local garage, you always go back to a Citroen garage.
Uh-huh.
You know exactly what it's going to cost to repair something.
Yeah.
You know exactly what's coming up. That's a big difference than just this lottery.
But we keep being told that it's Tesla that's going to change the world.
No. Citroen Ollie. Go and look at it.
Am I right that Tesla's brought out a phone? Or they're bringing out a phone?
No, he just said that.
Is that just a lie?
He just says, I could bring out my own phone. It was because they were threatening to take Twitter off of their app store.
Mm.
So he went, I'll bring out my own phone. He's just,
People believe that shit. That booing's get upset him
that'll bother him.
really bad.
He put
wants
out
to
a
be
tweet saying it
popular.
was only about 10%
His
of the
nipples
people.
are so far spaced. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Him with his top off is repulsive.
He's quite a looter.
He could not get a woman if he wasn't a billionaire.
No.
No, you just couldn't.
No.
Couldn't.
No.
He's had a hair transplant, which is unforgivable in my opinion.
It's
Unforgivable.
So bad. It's so bad.
Unforgivable.
Got his teeth dead. Got his hair dead.
Unforgivable.
Didn't go for a walk though.
No, fucking
Jesus hell, man.
Oh,
So,
do it.
yeah, but check out the Citroen Ollie.
Well, he did a thing.
Holy shit.
The thing I found unforgivable about him, he's in the past told a story how his child died in his arms.
Yes.
And he's used that
yeah.
to justify stuff. His ex-wife says, no,
No.
that's not true.
She was holding the
That's craven. That's disgusting.
beyond.
That's disgusting.
Because that, when you hear things like that, that's not just like, oh, that's terrible. You go, wait a minute, how do you think like that?
But
That's so alien to everyone's way of
by
thinking.
saying that ends any argument you have. People,
Yeah.
if he says, no, but my child died, Mum's like, oh, fuck, I'm really
yeah,
sorry.
you're not going in.
Okay. Yeah,
he
you
doesn't
got it.
care.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
He doesn't care. He's doing
doesn't
it.
care.
It's
He's
all
just using it.
strategic. It's awful. Awful.
It's a bit like if someone comes up with something like that to win an argument,
Yeah.
you just go, I don't care.
Yeah. Just
Now
go.
it makes you sound cruel, but
Yeah.
they have been
yeah, yeah.
cruel
Yeah,
to use that
they've brought some shit into the
and to throw it at someone else. And even if it was true, they're now
they've weaponized their own
weaponise it.
grief.
That's right.
It's
You don't do
horrible.
that.
Yeah, it's
So
horrible.
if someone says something like that, say, I don't give a fuck.
I don't
just
care.
say it.
Yeah, that's happened
Just
to
say
me
it.
in the past. People says, but well, such and such, and I've said,
I don't care.
I don't,
Don't
care.
care.
About the family.
And it makes you sound cruel, but they have been crueler.
Yeah,
You don't, because there's things happened in all our lives. You don't throw it at someone to
Yeah.
manipulate a situation.
Yeah, I peed myself at school. Give me.
I've told you about things that have happened in my life, and I've done them as jokes, and they went badly.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be funny.
Uh,
Apparently,
It's
murders aren't as hilarious as I thought.
It's Christmas time. Da, 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 da.
Okay, wait. There's
Have a
more.
more?
There's more. It's still Chris.
No.
Oh yeah, did we say dream jobs we never got? We got on a tangent.
No, I said I would like to be a competitive eater.
Oh yeah, well that wasn't a dream job to be a policeman. It was something I wanted to do, but once I saw how it worked, I thought this is not for me.
Imagine being
Um,
be the guy that puts the thing in the cheese and tries the cheese.
Oh, I'd
Can they be-
vomit. I'd
be-
vomit. You're around food all day.
Oh, cheese.
I know a job I wanted. I
I'd like to
go,
work on an ostrich farm with ostriches.
It's all food with you. You don't
Ostrich.
eat them.
You don't eat an ostrich.
Yeah, but
delicious.
oh God,
I get
I've
really
had it.
because I like to know an animal before I eat it. Makes it tastier.
Oh my God, that is the words of a psychopath. So, I had to go to court because we were shot at coming down the road one day.
Yeah.
And there was when you go in, you sit in the waiting room, and a lady came in to explain. Here's what happens,
Mm-hmm.
and just make your answer simple: yes, no, whatever. You
Yeah.
don't need to go into detail. You only answer what's asked, and they'll call you and they go through all the details to because everyone's nervous.
Yeah.
And I thought that is the greatest job I've ever
Just
seen.
her job.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just being coothy.
I just going in and talking to people.
Yeah. You
and
don't
just
like
explain
talking
it.
to people, though.
I don't know what came over me, and I was sitting there, and I was my
You're
girlfriend,
impulsive.
and I went like that, that's a cool job, isn't it? And she didn't even, she went, what job? She didn't even reckon. And I went, that's a cool job. And I've thought about it for years. That'd be a cool job.
She probably had to do more in her day.
Yeah, but that part of it I would
That part
enjoy.
of her job, yeah.
Isn't that weird?
But being a fireman, putting out a wee fireman, rescuing a cat's quite fun, but scraping somebody's corpse off a
that's not
motorway's
fun.
not so good.
That's not fun.
So
But
every
this-
job's got its benefits.
And you'd be dealing with every nutter, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Name that tune where Derek says some lyrics and Goron names the artist's song and sings a bit.
Well, that would take some work. Whose is this?
I'm going to... And drive her to Tennessee.
What?
That's lyrics. And drive her to Tennessee.
No idea. What you're talking
Alphabet Street. Police. The police. Oh my God.
about.
Prince. I am actually
Oh.
having a stroke.
Oh. The only Prince song
I've been
I
like
like,
that all morning.
I like Raspberry Beret.
That's great.
Raspberry Beret. He's
One
got
of my
about 10
favourite.
albums that's not been
One of my
recorded.
favourite guitarists, Wendy Melvoin. She's wonderful.
Oh, she was a woman he had on the
She's great.
stage.
She's great.
He did do a
Um,
duet with Sheila Easton.
Hold on. Wendy Melvoin was the sound of Prince.
Oh, was he?
Trust me, she's
Okay.
absolutely brilliant. I still
Yeah.
watch her. I watched her recently talking about her equipment.
Must
and
be
just-
getting on a bit.
in her 60s.
Ah, that's a
Well,
good
she's
age.
still fucking good.
It's a good
Oh, there's something I just
Still
heard playing so good.
Oh,
And unfortunately, I think it was drowned out by Prince so much.
his ego.
I think it was. I think
Okay.
she was the real sound of the
Okay.
police, as I called them the minute ago.
Oh
Oh
Sting.
my God.
What's Sting's real name? Bernard
No.
Stephen Brian
Sumner.
Sumner?
Sumner. Yeah.
Someone's a
Sumner.
school teacher singing with a fake Jamaican accent.
It's wonderful.
That's all he is.
He's just an absolute cock.
Tub.
He's like 70 odd now.
Oh, he's a poor.
And he's still doing tantric wanking.
Trudy Styler.
He holds his breath or something for 3 days and then has a
Jokey
wank. Yeah.
yes. That would work.
So strange. Oh,
He
right.
doesn't look old though. I'll give him that. Sting. He looks like he's in his 40s. He's fucking don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something.
Here's the next one.
Okay.
Still crisp. Flight speeds of unladen swallows or other birds. A swallow. What a name. Terrible
Is it
reputation.
not the eider duck? It's fastest in level flight.
I don't know. What was the one
it's
that
a
just
duck.
flew like half the planet? Took like 7 days, no sleeping.
It's a duck. It's some kind of duck. It's a but like it's a peregrine falcon's the fastest.
Yes.
And it goes into a
Go to
stoop.
my house.
Yeah, they're
See them there
you
all
see
the
them
time.
in Dundee all the time.
I was sitting in the kitchen
Uh-huh.
and it was like someone dropped feathers.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, at the window.
Oh, just
And I went, what the hell was that? Walked out and the
Pigeon.
pole at the end of
Yes.
the garden, it's just ripping it apart. And the
Oh,
peregrine falcon's so distinctive. It's not a wee
Beautiful.
tiny thing.
beautiful thing.
Ripping this.
The female's bigger. She can take bigger prey.
Right, okay. This was just a wee
Oh, I leave it.
beautiful. Because they're up on
Start
Cox's Stack.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you
I've-
see them up there.
the nest up there.
Cox's Stack.
Cox's stack.
Before you all start laughing.
It does look like a big cock.
Isn't it the biggest freestanding brick chimney in the world or something?
Thankfully, Fred Dibna's dead. Or if you've
I
knocked
climbed
down.
it. No, I climbed up to the ledge.
Oh,
And it was in it was summer 95.
okay.
And there used to be metal
That could have
pins
been a
on it.
sliding doors moment if you'd fallen.
Yeah. And
This
I
wouldn't be happening.
just climbed up
Uh-huh.
and some of the pins were rusted, some were missing. And I thought it'd be really easy, but I got tired about 3/4 of the way up and I thought, God, I've got to go down. And I got to the top and I went like that and I touched the ledge because there was no way over that ledge. It's
No.
giant.
Aye.
And then I just worked my way down. Fuck, it was a mistake.
That was a
I was
mistake.
tired. Yeah.
You could have had that. You could have known that before you set off. To be
It was in
honest.
the paper.
That's good.
Someone had
Go
said
up pages. Somebody climb up.
because you think when I'm up there, no one can see me.
Oh no!
But you watch peregrine falcons this big,
Tiny, isn't it?
just watching them, and I'm up there.
especially wearing your like, fuck is Elliot from ET climbing up Cox's Stack.
I even remember what I was wearing.
Dayglow.
I was wearing
A Fido Dido T-shirt.
no, I was
Okay.
wearing a Veriflex
Oh, dear.
skateboard hoodie.
Oh God's sake! You deserve to fall for that.
yes.
Deserve to- Just fall and then get caught in it.
And then they took away parts of the brick and all these little pins and everything. They just
Quite
cut
right.
them off
Good.
because of me. Right, retro box room's back.
Uh huh.
Is Goron Vor snowboarding over?
No, I've never skated or rollerbladed.
Oh, right.
But I've never been on a skateboard in my entire life. I
Why
think
not?
it's stupid.
Oh, It's great. It's
Stupid.
great.
Every time I watched a film with skateboarders, they look like idiots. No interest. They won't surf.
Even Police Academy 4
No, it's nonsense.
or 3.
It's a stupid piece of wood. It just looks ridiculous. I can't be bothered with it.
Do you not like the sound of a skateboard?
It's an annoying noise.
Rumbling.
No, the only people you see
Love it.
skateboarding now are people in their 50s. I watched a skateboard documentary, something about Dogtown.
Yeah.
And it was skateboarding started. There was a connection between kidney-shaped swimming pools, a drought.
A drought. That's
and
what it
then
was.
Kids.
See how things start? You
Yes.
don't know. A drought
It's
changed culture. Yeah.
And cool. Yeah, it's interesting. But I like watching documentaries about the minutiae. I watched a thing about FIFA. I
Yeah.
despise football, but I kind of like documentaries about human beings being fucking shady.
Yeah.
But no, I've no interest in it. I'll never. I was on, when we were kids in Blackpool, we're on the back of a fake sleigh, but it had wheels
Yeah.
with reindeer or some shit.
Yeah.
And that was terrible.
Is that
I'd
the
like to
closest
go on one of those little, what do they speak about? They're the wee traps. They race them. The wee
yeah.
Kind of,
I saw that the other
That
day.
looks
There's
good
someone. It was two guys from the travelling community getting chased by the police up a motorway on
they
them.
can shift.
Yeah. It was quite.
They can shift.
What do you do?
I've been on a horse a
A
couple of
pit
times.
manoeuvre.
I've been on a horse a couple of times and I quite like that. So I would ride a bit.
I don't
That'd be
like going on
quite
a
nice.
horse.
I like horses.
Horses are just big rats.
No, they're nice
There's
animals.
not a thought in their head.
No, they're emotional animals.
I don't know.
Have you seen them? They've got fangs, canine teeth, and they
Well,
fight.
the thing is,
A stallion, when its blood's up.
a girl I know, she used to go to the what's it called?
Stables.
Guards. Just going into St Andrews. What's it called?
Okay.
Anyway, there's stables there, so we'd go across. She had her horse there,
Uh-huh.
and I would just scratch his chin.
Yeah.
He was a lovely, and he'd come in, he'd hug it, and
Yeah,
get a
yeah.
scratch. But I'd done it so much, he started falling asleep.
Oh, no, fell down.
But what happens is when I would walk down, he would see me and start falling asleep.
Oh, I was.
So I had to stay in the car.
Okay.
But it was great if he needed shoes or anything, because I would just go down or he needed anything done.
Isn't that lovely?
And as soon as he saw me, the face started sinking and the one leg went up and he's just like starts
They just
drifting
have those
asleep.
long faces.
Have you seen them when they fall asleep? Their face falls off because it's only muscles that hold it on. It just goes. It's hilarious.
Very fragile animals. If they break their legs, they're in a lot of trouble.
And at the
I've
right
eaten
beside
horse meat in
Lucas.
Paris. Tasty.
Oh, lovely. You're at, we all have horse
Aye, we all
meats and
have
everything.
meats
Yeah.
and everything.
But Lucas Air Base,
Uh-huh.
well, no longer an air base, is here. And one day,
Oh.
there was bombers just taking off, and they'd done a big circle
Oh.
right across the stables. Nothing. Horses are like that. Don't know what you're
Just
all
used
worried
to it.
about.
Just-
No, not used to it. Then they go walking along and they see a crisp bag and lose their fucking shit. There's no threat from above,
No.
so they don't have a concept of it.
They'll get a big
Doesn't
enough
bother
eagle.
them.
Big enough eagle.
Doesn't bother them.
Flock of big seagulls that's not eaten for a while.
Have you seen an eagle, a golden eagle hunting a wolf?
Oh, kill a wolf.
Holy fuck!
A wolf's a big animal.
You think a wolf would destroy it? Nah.
They hit it with such speed.
Yeah, and just rip into it.
Yeah,
The talons are huge, just tons of knives.
Off
into
an
it.
eagle, an eagle would kill you dead easy. Kind
It's
of
like-
snuck up on you.
It's like that. I went up hiking a few years ago. My girlfriend. I says now, this area is known to maybe have golden
Dogging
eagles,
spot, okay.
right? Golden
Okay.
eagles.
Oh,
You might see.
you
You
might
never
see
know. She'd never been up
Oh.
in Munro before, so we're going to go up in Munro.
Uh-huh.
Who knows? We might see an eagle.
Uh-huh.
I've seen one in my life.
Uh-huh.
Went up 12 of them. 12.
They go
And she
about-
went, "This is boring. There's too many."
They go about looking for dead sheep and that. They'll eat a lot of
They're
carrion. They're a big
huge.
animal.
But we were watching one
And then the
hunt
sea eagles are even bigger. Massive.
Yeah.
Stainless
It was-
huge.
flying down, and it does that thing like in a painting where they do that before it hits the ground. So it was getting a
They've got the wee thing, so they've got a wee sun visor. They can
Amazing.
look about. There you go.
like an
Eagles.
elderly person.
They do.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Is that them?
thanks
God, Chris,
For-
old Yoko.
for
I don't think I
nothing.
was vintage Yoko.
for nothing.
I don't think I was vintage Yoko.
What we'll ask for subjects.
I like the glass one better. That laddie.
You know what?
Give me
Unchained the
due.
Unicorn.
Yeah.
I was about to say that's the worst one, but it seemed to work the best. So I
Glass.
apologise.
Glass.
Fucking hell.
Next time we do it.
Are your hands cold? My hands are freezing.
Well, no, I don't think it's too cold in here. No.
And I've got a heater on and everything.
Oh, poor sod.
It's so cold, ladies and gentlemen.
Wash your frosty balls.
Wash your frosty balls. Stay warm. It's bloody freezing.
Aye.
Until next time.
Ta-da.
Oh shit. Laters.
Ta-ra.